The colors change from tree to tree, and mountains change as well.
Here's a section line I want to follow from Montana to Idaho, into Washington to Willapa Bay. I'll use this textbook, Roadside Geology, Marli Miller, Darrel, Cowan.
My focus is the Cascades. What's under them? I'm going to take this stretch of road between Yakima and Willapa Bay. It's only a 4-hour drive. And take a look at the rocks under the Cascades. In this book, we follow Highway 12. There's a nice map. We go from browns to greens to yellows, and it's not all andesite. Here is some andesite, however, going up the west slope of the Cascades, up the Triton River. Here's an andesite flow filling a canyon. I'll zoom in here so you can see it's columnarly jointed as it cooled. It's 1.6 million years old. And it filled the canyon, and then the canyon has eroded out again. So there's volcanic history here. Rimrock Lake is low. These are strand lines, little shelves of shorelines. Trees are turning, and traffic is not bad. A little snow in the high country. I can't think of a better place to travel in the fall. One of the first outcrops that I run into is this yellow, and it's called Ohanapakash. These seem to be bedded volcaniclastic rocks and some andesite flows, but the first thing I notice is how disrupted and tectonically, structurally mangled some of them appear to be. We need a different map here because we're going back in time, possibly as far as 145 million years ago. I find some siliceous rocks next to Rimrock Lake that have chert in them. Chert forms when siliceous skeletons of marine plankton are dissolved during diatogenesis, with the silica being precipitated in solution. And then these rocks have been broken, so they're stringers, and then there are these broken pieces of chert amongst the marine muds. And here are the muds. They're shaly looking, and they're Jurassic in age. It's this green stuff on the map, and it's called marine sedimentary rock and minor amounts of volcanic rock. Now I'm thinking oysters. Oysters originated 145 million years ago in the Jurassic. Oysters! Am I looking at a bunch of marine islands that subducted under North America? Accreted to North America? And this is under the Cascades, which is very different from the Rocky Mountains? Only one thing is clear to me. This is a glaciated canyon. And check out this waterfall. It's amazing. I couldn't resist driving up into Rainier National Park for a view of Mount Rainier. But of course, a 14,000-foot mountain is going to require an absolutely clear day. I couldn't see it. Oh well, I'll come back. Thanks for coming with me on this road trip. I think I've found my answer of why the Cascades are different from the Rockies where I started. The Rockies here are granite, and the Cascades are mostly andesite. The difference is, if there was a trench under the edge of North America, the igneous material assimilated huge thickness of continental rocks called the belt. Whereas out here in the Cascades,
the thickness of rock that is assimilated by the igneous rock, and the chemistry of that marine sediment is different, more iron rich. And so that might be the difference between the granite and the andesite. There's also a matter of time and the fractionation of igneous rock, some of it becoming granite, and that may happen, may reach the surface 20 million years from now.
Time is why I like thinking about geology. This bird, for example, birds go back into the Cretaceous. Their fossil history is as old as the granite in Montana. I reach the coast at high tide. A wave comes in, and then it reflects, and it meets the oncoming wave in a splash. Cool. Willapa Bay, the green is where oysters and good water quality correspond. I found a place in South Bend to have lunch, and a very fine man put fresh oysters on a wood fire on a grill and cooked in the rain, finishing with a propane torch. Oysters feed, they filter feed, they have gills. They filter algae out of the water, and a single oyster can filter up to 50 gallons per day, keeping the sea free of too much nutrients. And oysters can live 20 years, but I'm told that they have a heart and internal organs, but no central nervous system. And this made me feel a little better. And they were delicious, absolutely delicious. Thanks for coming with me on this trip, and may the world be your oyster. I'll see you next time.